By 2030, the monetarily frantic legislature of California makes the destructive fantastic lottery. Every lottery day, the haphazardly chosen victor should get by until dusk. Anybody with a terrible ticket can kill the champ to guarantee the extravagant award, all things considered. However, nobody might utilize weapons or slugs. A tough man stumbles into the roads of the city as he is gone after by everyone in sight. The rough figures out how to make do because of his battling and abilities to survive. He makes tracks internal parts a house where a servant grandmother Tala is watching baby. Grandmother Tala kills the rough man while professing to be innocuous and claims the lottery before any other person arrives. Johnny Stupendous runs the lottery show for television. Johnny hands Tala a check for $22 million. Previous kid entertainer Katie Kim shows up in Los Angeles bearing in mind the end goal of reappearing Broadway, uninformed about the lottery and its record $3.6 billion bonanza because of numerous successless rollovers. The following drawing is in 18 hours' time. Katie is going on the transport when she meets an elderly person, sweet Irene. She likewise trains a poop-hole father who was giving trouble to his girl for not handling a section in a film. Turns out sweet Irene took Katie's watch. Katie rents a room from cash-hungry Shotty and her beau DJ. Katie understands that the loft higher up is spilling sewage, and this destroys every last bit of her garments. Therefore, she needs to pay Shotty $40 to lease her garments as she has a tryout. Shotty's garments are truly ostentatious. The Uber driver lets Katie know that she was in development before and introduced the frenzy room in MGK's home. Katie goes to a frustrating tryout, and unintentionally enters and scores that sweepstakes. Katie is gone after without hesitation by everybody around her. Katie understands that she has quite recently walked away with $3.6 billion in the sweepstakes. Katie is before long found by Noel Cassidy, an independent lottery security specialist who offers his administrations in return for a modest amount of her rewards. Warding off many Katie's deadly fans utilizing non-deadly means, Noel and Katie get away from in his vehicle, and he makes sense of that a robot following Katie will post her area like clockwork. However, she can formally stop the lottery by arriving at the grapevine on the edges of the city. Reluctant to trust Noel, Katie understands that even the police need to kill her and escapes by walking. A thoughtful safety officer lets her conceal inside a wax historical center. Yet a call from Shotty drives her and DJ to Katie's area. Shotty and DJ assault Katie inside the exhibition hall. However, she figures out how to get away and is saved by Noel. The pair is sought after by Shotty, DJ, and a touring transport brimming with sightseers. They drive to MGK's chateau and appropriate his frenzy room, shooting him with sedative darts, and Noel guarantees Katie of his obligation to aiding her. Noel says that he is a pleasant individual on a fundamental level. Shotty pressures MGK to surrender the frenzy room's passcode, driving Noel to ask for help with the Lewis Assurance Office. Before the crowd can break in, the LPA short-circuits their telephones and Specialist Hyatt drives Katie and Noel to somewhere safe and secure. At LPA's super advanced office, Katie meets Lewis, the top of the organization, who consents to safeguard her in return for the LPA getting about a third of the award cash. Katie contends that Noel was safeguarding her direction before the LPA and powers Lewis to dole out a 30% commission to Noel out of his cut. Noel uncovers that he and Lewis are the last ones standing of a group of hired soldiers. However, at that point Noel abandoned a mission, realizing that they were killing guiltless individuals and not foes of the state. After Noel bails, Louis drives the assault and just he gets by. Noel utilizes his security profit to help the groups of their fallen companions. Katie uncovers that she was a kid entertainer, and her dad was her director. At the point when she turned 18, she let her dad know that she would deal with her own cash, and the following morning he disappeared with all her cash. Then, at that point, her mom became ill, and Katie needed to stop acting to deal with her. Katie is given an intricate prosthetic camouflage and gets ready to be headed to somewhere safe. However, Noel thinks that the LPA has been killing their clients, keeping the champs mysterious and guaranteeing their rewards. Noel contends that the 30% fee that Louis charges isn't sufficiently large to help an activity as extensive as his. The doubts are affirmed when Louis maintains that Katie should be isolated from Noel when she is being driven away from the office to a protected house. Noel permits the horde of fans into the office, permitting Katie to drive away alone, and is caught by Louis. Before Katie can arrive at the grapevine, Louis calls, taking steps to kill Noel except if she gives up. Louis carries Noel to a neglected theater, conceding that he killed their kindred hired soldiers to save a reserve of gold for himself. Louis says that the family they killed was protecting the gold for mobsters and there was no risk in the strike. When the gold was secure, Louis killed his companions to try not to part the income. Louis utilized the cash to construct his business. Katie shows up and powers Louis to save Noel by taking steps to off herself and relinquish the big stake. Liv gushing on her telephone as evidence. The live stream brings Katie's fans, and she and Noel ward off the crowd in the LPA. Cornered by Louis high over the stage, Katie figures out how to kill him with his own projectiles, yet tumbles from the platform. In any case, she is gotten by a horde of certifiable fans who have shown up to help, similarly as the lottery cutoff time expires. She and Noel praise her triumph. A half year after the fact, Katie and Noel have utilized her award cash to open various organizations and non-benefits, including their own security office that watches lottery champs free of charge. Mid-credits scenes uncover that they have purchased a super yacht. Recognizing that cash has transformed them, while NGK orders a better frenzy room and more darts, and the great lottery plans to grow the nation over.